Conclusion inevitable.
It was a jump to conclusions, Matt.
My conclusion was that this idea was not a practical deterrent.
My only conclusion can be that it was a Sith Lord.
In conclusion.
Hello there, folks! Welcome back to In Conclusion, the only movie podcast that really plans on the fly. I'm Dan O'Keefe, and the reason that I said that is because we still did not know what we were going to do for next week's episode until about 30 seconds ago.
Classic.
Also joining me here today, having just said classic, I can only see the top of her head, it's Anna Otto. How are you, Anna?
Good. I'm recording from my couch today. Here, I'll tilt the camera down so you can see the rest of my body a little bit better. Is that better?
It sounded so weird.
Okay, I just mean like my shoulders. You can see my shoulders now.
Yes, I can see your shoulders now.
Gage was so nervous about me recording on the couch. He's like, you're going to drop stuff. I don't want you to drop stuff. I was like, I'm not going to drop anything. I'm a baddie. I only have a minor history of dropping big, expensive items.
Also, like, what stuff do you have to drop on the couch aside from your laptop and microphone?
Those are the things he was concerned
glass or like precious works of art just sitting there?
Yes. I'm the precious work of art. Are you kidding me?
That's a high opinion.
I'm precious and a work of art.
Okay. Well, I was going to ask how you're doing, but you just answered that with you're precious and a work of art, so I assume that you're doing well.
I do have a story for you before you turn away from how I'm doing.
Okay.
Dan, there was a man asleep in the closet at my work today.
That sentence terrified me.
Well, here's what happened, okay? I was setting up, so I work, as we know, for a video editing, like a marketing company. Mm-hmm. And we had a shoot today, so I was setting up for the shoot, and there was a closet door open, and I said, you know, I'm going to just go close that door because it's not going to be in the shot, but it doesn't need to be open, you know.
Shui.
I just was close. I didn't even think twice about it. Didn't think it was weird or anything. And I opened the door to kick the door stopper in the room or whatever. And there was a man sleeping in there.
Oh.
He was in a chair and stuff, but his eyes were definitely closed because I looked at him for a good longer than a blink amount of time.
Okay.
And his eyes were closed. And it was very scary. I ran out of the room, grabbed my coworker, Randy, and I said, Randy, I'm not normally the type of lady to need a man's help, but I need your help. There was a man asleep in the closet, and I'm scared. And he said, okay, that's fine. I'll help you. It was very jarring.
So I assume this was a guy who, worked there and was just napping? Okay.
Yes. But it was still very spooky, okay? It doesn't matter. I just was not expecting to see him in there.
I get that. It makes sense. You walk into what you assume is an empty closet, and there's just the guy zonked out in a chair.
Yeah.
A little unnerving.
Well,
I thought that you were going to say... Sorry.
Uh-huh. No, you're good. I was just going to say, I was worried he was passed out or something.
In that case, you could kick him.
True.
I was worried you were going to say that there was a man in your closet.
Oh, God. That would have been so much worse.
I know. I was like, you're so nonchalant about this.
I mean, Gage, sometimes, now that You is back on Netflix, he likes to put on a hat and pretend he's Joe Goldberg and just be like, hello, you, for dramatic effect.
Is Joe Goldberg related to the television family Goldbergs?
No, but you know how I love them.
I do. I do know how you love them. I love them too. What's not to love?
Nothing. Anyway.
Speaking of love, the movie that we're talking about today is about a first love.
Is it? It's about like a second or third love.
It's a middle-aged love.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. The Disney Channel original movie made for TV horror comedy.
Mom's Got a Date with the Vampire's daughter.
Ooh, it's good that we didn't choose to do My Date with the President's Daughter, because that is not streaming.
It's not?
Nowhere, because it wasn't a Disney Channel original movie.
It wasn't?
No, it was on the Wonderful World of Disney on ABC was the first airing of it.
Can they get with it and put it on Disney Plus?
They should, but it's not streaming anywhere. You'd have to resort to sailing the high seas if you wanted to watch it, unless your library had a copy of the VHS.
That's so sad. Ugh, my
I
date
know.
with the president's daughter. My date with her.
Yeah, so we're not talking about that. Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire instead. Released on October 13th, 2000, so it's legal to drink now.
Woo, good for her.
Written by Lindsay Nathans and Robert Keats. Directed by Stephen Boyum, who lives in Malibu, is the only interesting piece of information on his Wikipedia.
Sounds great, you know.
He also directed Johnny Tsunami. And Stepsister from Planet Weird.
Don't care as much about that one. I love Johnny Tsunami.
Starring Caroline Rhea, Matt O'Leary, Robert Carradine, Laura Vandervoort, Miles Jeffrey, Charles Shaughnessy, Jake Epstein, J. Adam Brown, and one cast member of Glee.
What?
Oh, the bouncer at the club, the Rockabilly Club, is Ken Tanaka, the football coach from the first season of Glee.
Oh my god, I didn't even recognize him.
Immediately when he came on screen, I was like, that's Ken Tanaka.
Oh, well, in my defense, I was petting a large cat while I was watching this, so.
That's fair. I guess I have to say in my defense, I'm currently rewatching Glee.
That's fair.
I am a month into doing this, and I am 6 episodes in. So it's going very slowly.
That's what we missed on Glee, am I right?
It's really bad, because Anna Horst has started just, like, mumble singing the transition music.
Oh god, like the yeah. I know you're not there yet, but
I've seen it all.
Bear in mind that any Warblers cover of a song is superior to literally every other version on Glee. Full stop.
I still think the 2 best songs that they did on Glee, the best versions of the songs, were the mashup of Confessions Part 2 and It's My Life.
Hell yes. And come on, Dan. I'm sending it to you.
I'm gonna get hate for this. I know I'm gonna get hate for it. Their version of Last Christmas.
What? It's Teenage Dream. Their version of Teenage Dream is still good. I listened to it on the reg.
Or anytime that Kurt does a show tune.
When he did Rose's turn as Kurt's turn.
Yeah.
I just loved when the Warblers would do so. Maybe it's just because I love Darren Criss. I love Somewhere Only We Know. I literally cry in that car like there's something wrong. Cry to that song in the car. Oh my god, there we go. Teenage Dream, absolute banger.
Dream On with Neil Patrick Harris?
No.
What? That was good.
Okay.
Just because you hate Neil Patrick Harris
I
doesn't
don't
mean you have to hate his
Neil
music.
Patrick Harris.
Just because you have a shrine to the death of Neil Patrick Harris in
I
your
do
closet that the man
not.
sleeps in.
The closet my man sleeps in?
Yeah.
Oh, not my man closet.
That makes it worse.
I mean...
So, obviously, this is not the first time either of us have seen this movie, correct?
No, it's been several years, but...
I don't think it's in Disney Channel Halloween rotation anymore.
I think they've replaced it with the likes of Twitches. Halloween Town is obviously still in
Halloween
there.
Town has not aired on Disney Channel this year. It's aired on Freeform, but they have not aired it at all on Disney Channel.
That's a disgrace.
It is.
I mean, I know they're only airing it on Freeform because people our age are the ones who like it. But it needs to be shared with the children.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that as a joke. I'm saying that as honest.
I believe you. The youths need to see the pumpkin turn into a brick square.
Literally. I mean, those are good movies. I grew up on those. What the fuck?
So I think The last time I saw this was probably 12 years ago.
Yeah. I would say
Probably around
roughly the
there.
same, probably more.
And I remember there was one clip of this that I remember from the whole movie, and then watching it, it came back to me as I was doing it. But when I decided that we were going to watch this, I was like, the only thing that I visibly remember is there is one scene where the mom is on the date with the vampire, and the kids are there and whatever, and they look in the mirror, and she's talking to no one because he's not there. That was burned into my head, and I was like, that is the peak of filmmaking.
Well, I think they used to show that, like, the Halloween movies on Disney Channel. That was one of the clips that they'd always play. I really
makes
think it
sense.
is. That one, and I always remember the Don't Look Under the Bed with the, like, when his eyes were glowing because he's turning into the boogeyman.
Yeah.
Or a boogeyman, I should say. That's a good movie, too. You know they're remaking, what's it, Under Wraps, Gage said? The Mummy one? It's the first Disney Channel original movie ever. And they're remaking it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good for them, I guess. I don't know.
I
It's
think
old.
a lot about the fact that High School Musical was a Disney Channel original movie. I just want to put that out there.
Is it the best?
Yes. Full
Disagree.
stop. If you say 13th year or some bullshit,
No, my 13th year is
13th
not
year.
the best Disney. No, Brink is.
you already mentioned that movie twice in this episode.
We weren't recording.
Oh, that's true.
Inside Baseball, I mentioned Brink twice before we were recording.
God.
But High School Musical or High School Musical 2 is probably the best one.
Yeah. Correct. The music was banging.
Yeah. Phantom of the Megaplex.
Oh my God, Gage said he was so surprised you didn't recommend that one.
It was between that and this.
Yeah, he's like, Phantom of the Megaplex seems so much more Dan's style. It's even got
Because it has Mickey Rooney in it.
Yes!
That's why. Because I'm an elderly man.
Correct! I like Smart House, too. That's a good one. I love Luck of the Irish just because I had a crush on the kid when I was little. I think we covered that already.
Yeah, we did. And I had a crush on Ryan Merriman, too.
He's
I
so
wanted to be
cute.
Ryan Merriman.
I thought he was so cute back in the day. Even though by the time I'd actually seen that movie and was old enough to have a crush on him, he was probably like 30.
He is currently 38.
Yep.
So, yeah, probably. Mm-hmm. We should probably talk about Mom's
Should
Gonna
we
Deal with
talk
the
about our
Vampire, though.
movie? Let's
Yeah.
dive in.
So, it starts off, and
Wait.
guess what? What?
We forgot. I'm just going to point out right away. The mom is played by one of the aunts on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And Dimitri, the vampire.
The titular vampire.
He's the dad from the Nanny, in case you don't know names like I do. And you looked at it and went, why does that name sound familiar? And then he walked on screen and you absolutely yelled.
Yeah, it is a Batman v Superman level meetup of sitcom titans.
Yeah, and the hero of this movie is Lizzie McGuire's dad.
Yeah, that's true.
Who allowed this? Anyway, carry on,
The
Dan.
Avengers of late 90s sitcoms.
Literally, dude.
So it starts off and we're in this like Van Helsing style vampire movie.
Yep.
The Return of Count Krelsky.
What a crusty vampire name. That's not even a vampire name.
Immediately, to continue with the Glee discussion, I thought Karofsky? No.
Oh, God. Krelsky is giving me, like, high school teacher vibes, not vampire vibes.
High school, like, assistant teacher vibes.
Yeah.
Or like a TA who...
Not a TA that gave me an F because she didn't like that I didn't use he or she as my pronoun. I used they in a paper.
Did that actually happen?
Yes.
Oh my lord.
So, in case you were curious.
I
Anyway.
wasn't, but thank you.
You're welcome. Just thought I'd fill you in on that. I bet she's looking real silly now. So, anyway.
So Adam our 13-year-old gaslighter of a protagonist is watching.
True.
Well, his sister Chelsea is on the phone with her boyfriend,
Peter.
Peter, not doing her homework. Adam's also
Classic.
not doing his homework.
No.
And their little brother Taylor is hiding behind the couch, scared watching the movie because he just wants to be included.
Mood. I mean, I was Taylor growing up, 100%.
I was too, but I had siblings.
Yeah, I didn't. I just was afraid of everything.
Also, the mom, Caroline Rhea, she is divorced, and her
Aunt
divorced husband is getting married.
Literally, how long have they been divorced? A year? Like,
I don't know. It could be a while. I mean, the
I guess.
youngest kid's 8.
yeah. They didn't really say how long they've been divorced. They just said that they were divorced.
Yeah.
And that I guess she has no contact with, well, sort of. I mean, he was kind enough to invite her to the wedding, so they must have some sort of relationship.
Yeah. I don't know. That seems like an awkward situation.
I mean, I feel like if you were like co-parenting and like, I guess he wants his kids to be there, obviously, but I feel like, now, I am not a divorcee. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I'd want to invite my ex, but maybe if you were like still friends and like you were trying to be really good, like close co-parents or something. I mean, I told you once, I'll tell you again, there used to be that family where the mom and dad were divorced and she and the stepdad and the birth dad would read together at church and go out to breakfast afterwards. And I was like, what in tarnation?
I get the idea of it, but in practice, I don't think I could be any of the parties involved in that.
No, me either.
Adam's friend Duffy, is he a British pop singer who had one hit in 2006?
No, I know exactly what song you're talking about. That's the issue here. Maybe he goes by his last name, you know?
Yeah, do you want to know what his first name is?
What?
Millhouse.
It's not.
It's Millhouse Van Duffy.
How do you know? Are you lying to me?
I am making it up.
Okay, I was gonna say Milhouse Van Houten.
You know what Millhouse's middle name is?
Van?
Canonically?
What?
No. Mussolini.
I don't. I love Milhouse. That
I'm
made
not
me
joking.
sad.
That's actual. I know.
Why? Milhouse is such a good boy.
Anyway, Duffy's got tickets to the Headless Horseman concert
Because
at
everything's
Saturday
Halloween
night's
themed.
Harvest Festival.
Sounds lit.
That sounds like where Pennywise comes to eat a child. But
Ooh, speaking of which, I gotta watch that JoJo Siwa performance where she portrays Pennywise on Dancing with the Stars. I gotta watch that after this.
Adam is in trouble because he tried to pass off his history research paper as basically something that he read about noted real-life vampire hunter Malachi Van Helsing.
Don't. I literally could not.
Who he read about in what is functionally the National Enquirer.
The National Whisperer or something, isn't that what they call it? The Weekly Whisper?
Something like that.
Dude. And he literally didn't even hide it. His teacher was like, come read your paper. And he came up to the front of the class with it in his Trapper Keeper.
Mm-hmm.
And he just was like, yes, Malachi Van Helsing. Like, literally, everyone could see the magazine. Nobody was falling for it, buddy.
So he's grounded and isn't allowed to go see the Headless Horseman. And then his sister gets grounded because she's a little smart aleck. There are no smart alecks in this house.
Yeah. And also, she does not look old enough to have a boyfriend, not to be that person.
She's
but
15.
Maybe it's because I didn't have a boyfriend at 15, but that seems so young.
I had a girlfriend at 15.
I would not have known my way around a relationship at 15 at all. Plus, sometimes I look back and I'm like, what was there to do? Like, you couldn't do anything on a date. Like,
you could go to the movies. You could mini golf. Yeah.
I guess. I mean, like, being an adult and dating was fun because, like, you could go to restaurants and, like...
was fun.
What? I mean, I have my boyfriend now.
I know, you're still dating him.
Yeah, but, like, when we do these things now, it's like, I'm not nervous, and I usually only dress up if we're going to a fancy restaurant, not
that's
to like
true.
go to a burger joint, you know. And just,
Wait, you would dress up to go to a burger joint?
well, it was a nicer burger joint. It wasn't like we went to fucking McDonald's. I wore a dress. That's enough, you know.
Okay. I just as an idiot man, it is kind of amusing to me to hear that the lengths that women go to like look nice and be nice and on a date, well, men are stupid and like, I'm gonna show up in my jeans and no shirt and I'll be fine.
No, I'm gonna do the bare minimum. Well,
yeah, exactly.
Gage and I didn't even really go on a first date. We went to trivia with one of our friends, and I got sloshed. I did not mean to.
Did you have one beer?
I had 3 gin and tonics.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I'd already known him a little bit, so like, you know, I didn't have to dress up.
I mean, that's kind of the same with Anna and I.
Yeah. But like, you know, I'd go on dates with like guys from Bumble or whatever, and I'd dress up.
Dating. We sound old.
We do sound old.
So the grounded kids, they're like, we need to have our Saturday night free. What do we gotta do? Let's get mom a date.
God.
How do we do that? Let's go look through the Lonely Hearts ads in the back of the
National
Weekly
Enquirer.
Whisper. And send emails back to them because it's 2000.
I couldn't when they were like, it's not a chat room creep. These guys have emails. They had to be verified. I'm like, if this was today, kids should not be sending emails to strangers. Thank you very much. My mom didn't even like it when I got a Tinder when I was 20. So,
so the man that they eventually come up with, his description is this: continental gentleman, handsome. Also, continental gentleman sounds like a hotel breakfast.
it does. Like the Continental Gentleman's Breakfast. It's like a smattering of like 2 pancakes, a cigar,
Random
like
wet fruit, a cigar.
Yep.
A smoking vest and an absentee son.
And an old newspaper.
Yeah, like a month ago.
Yeah.
Not old enough to be interesting. They're like, oh, look at what happened a year ago. Just out of date.
Yeah.
Continental gentleman, handsome, debonair, suave. Enjoys long strolls beneath the full moon. Loves adventure, travel, wild animals, and women who long for the romantic nights that will never end.
I literally can't roll my eyes enough times.
Hates Italian food and turtlenecks.
The turtlenecks part had me rolling. I was like, not the turtlenecks.
His email,
me and this vampire.
wolfsbane@netherlink.pro.
Me and this vampire would not get along because I love a good cowl neck. I know that's not the same as a turtleneck, but it feels close enough, you know? Turtlenecks walk.
What's a cowl neck? Is it like a
okay.
mock turtleneck?
A cowl neck is like... It's like a turtleneck, but it's loose.
Okay.
So it almost looks like a scarf. But it's made
Okay.
out of the same fabric as your top, yeah.
Yeah. No, I know what those are. I wonder how he feels about like priests' turtlenecks. But instead of having the little white part where the priest, I don't know what that's called. The priest thing is. It's just a cutout. So it's like a turtleneck for like 90% of the way, and there's just a little jut.
You know, I bet he doesn't go around priests very often, but
Probably not. They do have holy water. So they sent an email asking him to meet at the grocery store at 8 p.m. Typical first date place. And
I mean,
he responds to the email by reaching his arm out of his coffin and typing.
oh god, it's so cheesy. The way
It's
the fire just
awesome.
comes on.
It's awesome. So
It's peak 2000.
they get the mom to go to the store saying they need chocolate chips because they miss having chocolate chip pancakes together every Saturday morning.
I would not. My kids couldn't. If I had kids, and they were like, we want chocolate chip pancakes tomorrow, I'd be like, no, we can have them on Sunday. I'll go to the store tomorrow during the day. It is 8 p.m. We're not doing that. Thank you. Goodbye.
So they after some attempts of finding who they think is the right guy, including a man buying a cake that says "Happy Anniversary," they find a man who is wearing a long trench coat.
Looks like he would diddle children.
Absolutely. And a oversized hat, and they think that's him, but before they can get to him, the mom bumps carts with a British man.
One might say the dad from the Nanny.
One might say that. It's Desmond, who, at this point, we don't know who he is. Sure it is!
Because Desmond's the name of my toy dragon. He's a squishmallow. We were literally just talking about squishmallows. Anyway.
Sorry, Dimitri from Romania with a British accent. I know someone who lived in Romania. Not a British accent.
Maybe he meant, like, my last name is Romanian, but I'm from England.
Could be.
You know, that seems more logical to me.
That's giving the writers of this Disney Channel original movie a lot of credit.
Get Disney on the phone. Get Walt on the phone.
Walt's frozen head.
Yes.
They get to talking, and like everyone, they immediately have a connection because they shop at the same grocery store.
Of course. I connect with everyone at the grocery store. I was just there today, and I connected with every single person.
I'm at the grocery store basically every day because it's my escape.
Store. Yep.
And it's fantastic. And there is, similar to how at an airport, there is no tenser sexual tension than between you and someone else your age alone at the airport.
Oh, God. What?
Oh, you don't, if you're sitting at your gate at the airport and there's someone your age also sitting at the airport, you're like, there's romance happening here.
Never experienced that, but okay.
Every time. Even when I'm with Anna, I'm like, there's someone else. Isn't there?
I'm leaving you for another. It's this person I locked eyes with at gate D.
She has a neck pillow.
Oh, God.
What do you have? Nothing.
Not a neck pillow.
But that is where romance truly happens, is the point that I'm getting at.
God.
Taylor, the youngest kid, realizes that Dimitri is a vampire because he sees him turn into a bat as he leaves.
It's so cheesy, Dan. It's so cheesy.
It's beautiful. There are no problems with this film.
It's
Zero
a
notes.
cheese ball, but okay. No problems. You're right.
Anyway, cut to Saturday night. Mom's got a date, and she's dressed up.
Mom's got a date with who? The plot is literally given away immediately by the title.
She's dressed up, but she's nervous. She doesn't know if she can go or not. Because she hasn't been dating in a while.
I have a complaint to make.
Okay.
She's complaining to her daughter about this date as though her daughter is her BFF. That's too much responsibility for a 16-year-old. I don't like it. Thank you.
She can't even drive. She still bicycles.
Yeah, call a friend.
Dimitri shows up at the door, but he won't enter until he's invited in. I wonder why.
Because he's a vampire.
No.
Spoiler alert.
Taylor is trying to convince Adam that Dimitri's a vampire, but Adam's like, no, he's not a vampire. He's a cool cat, and I want to go to my concert.
Stupid little kid. I want to go to my concert.
That Dimitri and the mom have a nice dinner planned at Renfield's. A nice steakhouse, I assume, or not Italian restaurant.
Although they do have garlic bread as an appetizer.
Mm-hmm. And then they're going to go dancing. And then they're going to have a romantic carriage ride in the park.
Dancing.
So dinner's going well, but then Taylor has called Malachi Van Helsing, and he's like, I need your help! My mom's on a date with a vampire!
Malachi should not have gone somewhere where there was literally just a child calling him, but, you know, I guess it's a kid's movie, but that's just my opinion.
So Taylor bicycles over to Renfield's to bring mom home, and she's like, no, what? Why are you here? But Taylor refuses to go home without telling mom that Dimitri's a vampire.
I mean, fair.
So first, he has to pass the Transylvania spoon test, as we all know.
I am
Because
rolling
vampires-
my eyes again.
A spoon will not hang on the nose of a vampire.
I mean, let's just be honest. If he wasn't a vampire, he's very good with these children. Like, that's a very cool way to be like, oh, don't worry. Like, yep, I'll play into this, but I'm going to show you you have nothing to... Like, I don't know. I just thought that if he had been a normal person, that would be really cute, the way he handled it.
Oh, for sure. He's great with kids.
Mm-hmm.
Until the end.
Deceptively attractive.
The Transylvania spoon test sounds like a sex thing.
It does, but it's not. It's fine.
He passes that test.
Classic.
And Adam and Chelsea have bicycled over. And they're like, see, he's fine. We can go. And on their way out, Adam looks into the mirror.
Gasp, because all good restaurants have a mirror.
Well, yeah, because everyone who dines at nice restaurants is a narcissist and wants to look at themselves.
Correct.
I am not saying that I am not one of those people.
Oh, I'm just saying I dine at those kinds of restaurants all the time because I love me the most.
Yes. I don't know if this happened with you, but in my high school, our theater room was like a black box theater, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And they would do like dance rehearsals in there too. So one wall was mirror, basically, and they had curtains that block it usually.
Yeah.
But if we ever had rehearsals where the curtain was open for some reason or another, and we were getting notes, and our director was standing where we would be able to see the mirror, I don't know if any of us heard a single word she said. We were all too busy admiring ourselves.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
Of course.
People love to look at themselves. They won't admit to it, but they do.
Right? Oh, anytime I walking past a window, 80% of the time, I'm looking at me.
Oh, I know. I gotta look. I gotta make sure I'm still looking banging, you know?
Yeah, I never am, and I'm always disappointed with how I look. Every
Yeah.
time I try to adjust something after looking in the mirror. But I'm still going to do it. On the
still
off chance
gotta
that I
look.
do look good.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to
I feel you,
Narcissism
Dan.
Corner.
I feel you, Dan.
Anyway,
I love me.
Dimitri isn't in the mirror.
Gasp.
He must be a vampire.
Obviously, that's the only explanation.
So, what do we do? So first they take Taylor home. He's got to go with the babysitter. A very negligent babysitter, by the way. She just let the kids leave.
She let a grown man in the house, first of all.
That's true.
A strange grown man, I should clarify. It wasn't like it was a family friend or something, even. And she let the kids go. And she clearly just wants the kid to go to bed so that she can do whatever the heck she wants to do on the phone or with her friends or invite somebody over or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just...
She wants to do the Transylvania spoon test on the couch with her boyfriend.
She really does.
So next up, they follow Mom, and Mom and Dimitri have gone into the Rockabilly bar in town because apparently Rockabilly was a big thing in 2000.
Apparently. I mean, it looks really fun, though.
It does, and the mom was in a band there that used to rock that joint 15 years ago.
God.
And she was the lead singer. Dimitri is a little less excited because it's kind of harshing his plans. He kind of has a set schedule and he needs to get things done before the sun comes up.
Yeah.
Adam, who is a child in this club that doesn't card apparently, just has a bouncer walking around say you need to leave.
God. I mean, there's not any alcohol out that we know of. It looks like it's just a dance club, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just for dancing. Maybe he doesn't need to be... I mean, he's a kid, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, Dan.
Better you than I. So Adam goes up to Coach Tanaka, Ken Tanaka from Glee, and he's like, "Hey, you see that guy? Creep been following her around. You should throw him out." He's like, "Okay."
And
he does.
And does it.
He throws him out like he's Jazz in The Fresh Prince.
Not DJ Jazzy Jeff.
We should do a whole episode of just the music video for A Nightmare on My Street.
Dan, you know I want nothing more than that.
So Chelsea, who is outside at this point, she sees him get thrown out. He adjusts himself, and then he walks vertically up the wall
Classic.
to get back into the club. And Chelsea's like, "Oh my lord, he is a vampire!"
Yep.
That's her exact words.
That is exactly how she says it. Can't confirm.
Yeah. So after they dance and whatever, they eventually leave.
Vibe.
I don't know if I could say that they vibe, but
They don't. I mean, apparently they don't, according to something the mom says later on in the film. So.
yeah. And then they go to the Harvest Festival.
Which looks really fun.
It does. It looks super fun.
The mom and Dimitri go on that one ride I hate where, like, one of you is having a really fun time and the other one is getting slammed by whoever's on the outside of the cart, like, while you're spinning around in a circle. Do you know the ride I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. It's like the Tilt-A-Whirl kind
Yeah,
of.
freaking hurts.
I thought that was fun.
I mean, it is
like
a
that.
fun ride, but you probably were the one doing the squishing, not the one being squished.
Well, I think it's normally just the smaller person gets squished.
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah.
it's terrible, Dan.
Get bigger.
I'm
Grow.
trying, Dan.
What was your favorite of the carnival rides?
Of any carnival ride, or of like what do you mean?
Yeah, of like, I don't know if there was like a summer fair.
Yeah,
that you
there
would
was.
go
It's
to.
Tilt-A-Whirl.
Okay.
I love Tilt-A-Whirls.
Okay.
What was yours?
Mine's probably the swinging ship.
Okay, fair choice.
Though we did have this isn't a ride, but there was a booth, for the gum game, or
The
basically the gum game, GUM.
Huh?
Basically,
I have no idea
you
what that
would you would give them tickets or you would put your tickets down on a month of the year,
Okay.
and they would you would throw a 12-sided die that had each month listed on it, and if you got it correct, you got gum.
That's it?
Yeah, I love gum, chewing gum. So
Okay.
I would play that all the time. It was also run by like the high school band.
Yep,
so of
it's
course
always
I had-
those dumb
yeah,
little games. Yep. There's
I
this
had
one
friends who
game
were
at
doing it.
my mom's school festival where you give them like X amount of money. So like I'd always give them a 5, and then you get to pull 5 pull tabs.
Uh-huh.
And if any of your pull tabs had, like, I think it's even numbers, or if they had a number that was like 111, you got to pull again. And then each number you pulled corresponded to an envelope. And
This seems really complicated.
no, it's not. It's not as complicated. I'm doing a bad job explaining it. Basically, it's just a money game. You
Okay.
bare minimum can win money back. It's really fun. I like it a lot. So
Yeah.
you can win a lot of money. One time I won like $10 doing it, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I had only spent $1 to play, so it's a lot of money for that.
1,000% profit.
Mm-hmm.
I think all carnival games and rides are basically fun, except for bingo. If that
Fair.
counts as a carnival game.
It doesn't, but okay.
Another ride that I like is like the Gravitron, which is the
Is that the
UFO
one where you
thing that spins
spin
around and
it's
you get stuck to the wall.
Oh God, I
Yeah.
never went on that. Way too scary.
I went on it way too much one year, and then afterwards it was always a little less enjoyable.
Yep.
Anyway, Dimitri hates this. He hates rides. He
There's no
hates
fun
dancing.
bones.
He hates music. He has no fun bones. Exactly. So he only wants to go alone with the mom. Lynette is her name, by the way.
Nobody's gonna do that on a first date. Come on. If I went on a first date and some guy was like, "Let's go do everything alone," I'd say, "Take a hike."
I'd go take a long walk off a short pier,
Yes,
Buster.
that's one of my favorites. Take a long walk. I never say the second half.
Oh, that's a lot nicer.
Yeah, but it's implied that I want them to walk off a short pier, you know?
Is it? It kind of
Always.
just... Because when I hear take a long walk, it's just kind of like, go cool off.
Well, sometimes I mess up and then I just go, "I'll take a walk." So then Like extra relaxed.
Take a lap. Punishment.
Yep.
So Adam and Chelsea are following behind, and then Adam gets caught by Dimitri, and Dimitri's like, don't fucking follow me anymore. You want to die.
God, he threatens a child. Like,
Yeah. As if we already didn't know that he was a bad guy.
Wait,
Maybe
is
we
this
know now.
before or after the mom says, I had a really great night, but this isn't going anywhere. Do you want to go on another ride? Like, that part killed me. Yeah. Like, the date's over when you said, hey, I don't like you. Like,
Yeah,
let's
like,
not do this
I don't
again.
think this is going anywhere. So when she says that, Dimitri's like, oh, really? And he hypnotizes her. Why he didn't do that immediately, I don't
Classic vampire glimmering. Have you ever watched True Blood?
know. I have not.
Okay, it takes place in Louisiana, and it's called glamoring when they do that, right? But I'm an idiot, and because it was in the South, I was like, they're glimmering her.
Oh my gosh.
They're glimmering her with their vampire wiles.
Dimitri takes the mom in
Yep.
his car or whatever, takes him to his hideout, to his lair. The old Mather house out by the lake.
I say it's literally a house, and he's like, wasn't it that he told them that he was refurbishing it, but only at night? Like,
Yeah. You know,
what?
that sounds real. So Adam and Chelsea, they're on the way. They're going to save mom.
Classic.
Van Helsing has not been able to get through on the phone to the kid's house because the babysitter's been on the phone with her boyfriend the whole time.
What is with all these kids with boyfriends? Couldn't
I don't
be
know.
me.
So he goes over to see Taylor, and Taylor remembers him, and he offers to go help Van Helsing look for the mom. He's like, I work alone. So Taylor hides in the backseat of the car. He's like, you gotta work with me now.
You are literally going with an adult you don't. Maybe 2000 was different, you know, but
Not that different.
no, that kid would have theoretically only been 3 years older than us. And I know the difference between 5 and 8 is relatively large.
That kid would have been the same age as my older brother.
Yeah. No.
No chance.
No.
That is so weird to think about. That my
Isn't it?
my brother, who is nearly 30, was 8 years old when this movie came out. He was the same
Yep.
age as that. That's because I never think of him as young.
Well, Dan, he was definitely a child at some point.
Yeah, well, never younger than me.
That is correct. You are, in fact, the baby.
I'm small.
Dan loves that.
I'm
Oh,
baby.
God. I am baby.
So they end up
Dan,
going
you can't
to...
be baby. You have a full-ass beard. Like, please.
I can shave.
Okay.
What, you're saying that like I can't shave.
Yeah, but even if you shave, you're still going to look old. It's been proven time and time again, Dan.
When I was in high school, my drama teacher, starting in sophomore year, the first year that I did anything in drama, she was like, you're graduating this year, right?
No.
No. I was 15.
Yeah, you are very mature looking, Dan. When we met you, we were like, who's this transfer?
Who's this graduate student? Who's this 28-year-old?
Who's this hot adult man? And then we talked to and went, that is a child. Sorry, Dan.
I love the fact that the story is, oh man, everybody had a crush on Dan until they met him.
Listen, Dan. We love you, just not for the reasons we thought we were going to love you. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine if I was however you thought I would be.
There would have been chaos. People
Right?
were throwing themselves at Adam, our friend Adam, who had no interest in the women in the department. There was chaos over him. I was not involved in said chaos, but I watched it from the outside. Dan, friendships were ended. Like, I'm glad that things turned out the way they did because I think the theater department would have imploded. Thank you.
I could have been an agent of chaos.
No, Dan.
But
no.
I'm too flighty. I don't know.
Too approachable.
Yeah.
Too friendly.
85 years old.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Dan.
I was filling out some like online form for like an acting thing, and it was like age range, and I was like, do I have to put that my age range is older than I am to even older than I am?
Yeah,
because I'm not sure I could realistically play a 23-year-old.
No, 23-year-olds are the ones playing high schoolers, but you don't look like you would pass for a high schooler at all.
Never. I didn't look
No.
like I passed for a high schooler in high school.
Yeah.
I put my age range as like 28 to 40.
Yeah, you could play a dad reasonably.
Oh,
I'd believe
I
you
love
as a
that.
young
I would
father.
love to play a dad. Like
I'd
a dad
buy
with
it.
like a 10-year-old son. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah, I'd buy it. I honestly would. Like, if you had the kid when you were like 25, I would buy you as 35.
I'm not even 25 yet!
No, I know. I'm mathing it out.
I know. I love aging. So Chelsea and Adam get to the house first, and they go like, well, let's throw the coffin in the lake. So they throw
Classic.
the coffin in the lake. He's like,
Coffins
"Can't
are
sleep now."
to vampires what cell phones are to teenagers, I believe was the analogy there.
And Dimitri comes home, and he sees the coffin floating in the water. Adam is sitting on top. Really, literally up the creek without a paddle. How's he going to get back
what's he
in?
gonna do? Jump in the water?
He's going to get those nice clothes wet?
I don't think so. He's gonna be frozen.
Yeah. So Adam tries to make a deal. He'll trade his mom for the coffin, but Dimitri just grabs Chelsea, and he's like, no deal. Coffin for
Yikes.
Chelsea.
Deal or no deal?
So Adam returns the coffin, and Taylor and Van Helsing find the house.
Gasp.
Dimitri manages to knock out Van Helsing, who tried to kill him with a wooden stake.
I'm exhausted, Dan.
So quaint.
I'm truly so exhausted.
And then he goes to kill Chelsea and Adam, and they wake their mom up from her trance because a child's love is stronger than any vampire trance.
I will say I do love that they chose to have true love be the love of a mother and a child, not necessarily romantic love. I think that's very appropriate for a children's movie, especially in 2000, and I think that's really sweet.
Yes, I agree. And she pushes Dimitri in the coffin, and then Van Helsing pulls out a nail gun.
This part had me yelling too. I was like, what is going on?
And just
Silver-plated nails.
he roofs
What
the
does he
coffin
have it
shut.
plugged into?
I don't know. Does he carry
When
around
did-
an air tank?
Yeah,
an air
what did
compressor
he-
also?
Did he have the time to like set all of that up while they were pushing Dimitri into the coffin? Was he like, oh, give me 1 second. I just gotta like put my air compressor on. I just
Yeah,
gotta
he was
plug this
playing like
in."
he was knocked out when actually
He was screwing stuff together in the background, of course.
you didn't hear it, but in the background they were just just the sound of the air compressor going.
Yep.
And then what's going to happen to him? He's going to be shipped to the South Pole for the winter and then Finland for the summer, so he'll always be in the light.
Lord above.
Smart of you, Van Helsing. How are you this rich? You put in ads in the weekly whatever.
Well,
the
they said
National
he was
Enquirer.
a doctor too, didn't they?
Chiropractors say they're doctors.
Chiropractors probably make a good amount of money, don't they?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying that anyone can say they're a doctor.
Well,
If we have
maybe
any
he's like an
chiropractors
English doctor,
listening,
you know, a
we don't.
PhD candidate, not a MD.
He has a doctorate in psychology.
Yes, it's me. My
That's still, all of
doctorate
these are real doctorates.
in- my doctorate in theology.
And then tomorrow morning, Van Helsing says that he'll join the Hansons for some chocolate chip pancakes.
Why is he trying to get with the mom? Because
Yes.
he's not cute. Full stop. That's Lizzie McGuire's dad. He's married. Spoken
To Lizzie
for.
McGuire's mom.
Yeah, he's got 2 kids, Max and Lizzie. So I don't know what you want from him. He's spoken for.
Oh, the actor's name is Robert Carradine.
Mm-hmm.
His first appearance on television was in Bonanza.
God. That's
And
a very Dan fact.
His half-brother, David Carradine, was Bill in Kill Bill.
Oh, no wonder that name sounded familiar.
Yeah, he died from an autoerotic asphyxiation accident.
Oh my God, that's very. Wait, who did? Robert or
No, David Carradine. Robert Carradine
my
is still
God.
alive.
That's really sad, though.
It is, yeah. In a, I think it was a Thailand hotel.
Oh no, baby. Listen, I'm not into that kind of stuff, but if I was, I'd make sure there was somebody around to save me. That's very sad.
So, on the topic of autoerotic asphyxiation, that's
great.
Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire.
Woo! It's just a cute little kids movie. We had a fun
It is.
time.
It's fun. It's a fun one. There is no weight to this movie whatsoever.
No,
The message is love your mom.
very pure. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Yeah.
Go hug your mother.
Not very, despite for being a Halloween movie and for being a vampire movie, not very spooky.
No, I mean, it's from the year 2000. It's aimed at kids between the ages of 8 and 13.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. It is a happy-go-lucky, simple, quick, something you watch at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, like, with your friends when you're a little kid. Like, it probably would have been scary enough for me, that scene where Dimitri turns around and hisses. Like, that's plenty of jump scare for a little kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's fun and it's cute. And as an adult watching it, it's just like, this would be something I'd watch while carving pumpkins and like toasting some seeds and just being like, this is cute. So
Yeah. And like, if I had kids, like, I do have a 10-year-old child. I'm 35.
yes, you are.
But I'd be like, this is a perfect family movie to watch.
Yes.
Because it's not. There is an issue with some kids' movies that they are painful for anyone over the age of like 10.
Yeah. I feel
This
like
is not it.
Yeah. I feel like when you make the leap from like baby and little kid movies to movies for like kids who are just regular kid age, not like toddler or even up to like 5 or 6 years old. When anything that's for like 7 and up is usually pretty tolerable.
Yeah, like the Caillou movie, not good.
Not a chance. He's naughty. He's inspired a lot of children to be brats from what I heard, him and Peppa.
He's got a cue ball head.
This cue ball head.
So some trivia. Not a lot of trivia for this movie. But Caroline Rhea and Charles Shaughnessy, Lynette and Dimitri, date in an episode of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, season 5.
Cute. I love that. Are they friends?
I don't know.
Well, I hope they're friends in real life if they've worked together.
Dimitri, the restaurant that they eat at, Renfield's. Renfield is Dracula's crazy bug-eating sidekick.
Ew! I didn't know he had a bug-eating sidekick.
I didn't either, but good on the writers for doing their research.
Yeah, that's really obscure. I've literally never heard that before. I'll have to speak with Gage. He knows a lot about vampires.
The writers, most likely, it was 2000. The internet is not what it was. So either they went to the one vampire information page, or they went to the library, checked out one Dracula book. It was like, this is all we need to know.
Yeah, literally. It's like the kooky adventures of Dracula
Yeah.
and Renfield. Like,
Keep your Batman and Robin. I have Dracula in Renfield. The two movies that are playing on the movie theater marquee, one of them is The Lost Boys. And I don't know what the other one is.
do you know why I died?
Because you got hit by a train.
Alex Winter crop top. That's all I'm going to
Oh.
say. 3 words. Gage thinks Kiefer is so hot in that movie. It's the
I
crop
get it.
top for me. That movie's
And
kind
then-
of loaded with sadness, though.
Stand By Me. It's kind of the point.
No, not Stand By Me.
Lost
Sorry.
Boys.
I was still on Lost Boys.
Yeah.
just because of the
I
things
got
that were
him
happening
confused.
behind the scenes. Stand By Me is also sad. Do you know who wrote that?
Stephen King.
Stephen King. Thank you.
And then the last trivia is Dimitri's car is a red 1996 Ferrari Testarossa 512.
Ooh, very sexy.
Just a sexy name for a car. I'd assume it's a nice one.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a Ferrari. It's gonna be fancy.
Have you seen those like SUV Ferraris?
No, but I saw an SUV Maserati the other day.
Ooh, not Ferrari. There's the Porsche Cayenne. That's
No.
the SUV Porsche. I hate them. If you're gonna get a luxury car, get a luxury car. If you're gonna get a sports car, get a sports car. If you want an SUV and you can afford a Porsche, just get the highest level of like the Mazda.
Yeah, I mean the Maserati SUV was not very wowing. It looked very similar in shape to literally every other SUV I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was in Brookfield, though. You know, that's where the pinkies are always up. So
Everybody knows that the height of haute couture is Brookfield, Wisconsin.
of course, as soon as I cross over that border from from Wauwatosa into Elm Grove, Brookfield, the pinkies go up.
Are you kidding me? Hale's Corners?
Ugh,
Barely
trash.
even allowed in there. There's a Von Mauer there.
I know. I've never gone in it, but I've heard some teens talking about it.
Von Mauer always reminds me of Christmas time because there's one in the town over from my hometown, and I'd go with my mom, and she would go get Christmas presents there.
Is it like a Nordstrom?
Yeah. Nordstrom
okay.
or like... it's probably like a slightly nicer Nordstrom.
I've never gone in. I've gone to a couple of other stores by the Von Mauer, but there's like an Free People over there where you can get a Def Leppard shirt for $85 and like, stuff like that. So,
Well, speaking of Def Leppard for $85, would this movie be better, worse, or the same with Jonathan Taylor Thomas as the kid?
I think he would have been too old to play the kid.
Just assume 13-year-old JTT is Adam.
I think he would have been much better. This kid
Really?
was trying to be JTT with the snarkiness and the like.
He was, yeah.
It wasn't working.
He was trying... I took that as a character choice, where he was trying to cover his insecurities.
Yeah, I guess, but I just see JTT playing this off and making it a lot more smooth and believable. Of like, oh, I'm a kid who wants to get their way. Like, he seems good at that. How about you? Where would you put old James Stewart in this?
Well, I changed it, remember?
Oh,
last
yeah. Is that
episode was the
permanent?
last.
To George Clooney?
To George Clooney. George Clooney as Malachi Van Helsing.
A lot hotter.
So much hotter. I'd want him to stay for pancakes.
I know,
That
I
makes
would
it
too.
better.
I would
And-
invite him over.
Also, just hearing George Clooney say, "My name is Malachi Van Helsing,"
Goodbye. No,
I
thank
would-
you.
I would die. I'd be done
Daniel.
for.
Daniel?
And then, I guess, lastly,
Yes.
on a scale of 1 to 5 Lonely Hearts emails sent by children, what do you give this film?
Oh, I give it 3, just because it's nothing special, but it's fun. And I mean, it's for kids. It's very clear it's for kids because they didn't put much thought into the script or the plot or anything.
This was definitely a 3-week writing process.
Somebody was like, oh, we got to get a Halloween movie out on the Disney Channel. And some guy rolled in, probably from the closet where he was sleeping. I was like, say less, I got a script for you. And they were like, no edits, let's print this. Like,
You've got a lot of mommy issues. Don't care. Give me the money.
literally. Literally.
I'll go slightly lower than you. I give it a 2.5 out of 5. It's same
Yeah.
reasoning. I'm just
Yeah.
a harsher critic.
I guess I just feel like 3 is the middle of the road. And I didn't have a bad time, but I could have definitely had a better time.
I get that. Yeah. Like I don't feel like it's also only 90 minutes. So I don't feel like I
Yeah.
wasted 90 minutes, but I wouldn't say it was a great use of my time.
Fair.
So that is it for our Halloween episode of In Conclusion, Mom's Gotta Date with a Vampire.
Love it.
Happy Halloween in a couple days. to those who
Happy
celebrate.
Halloween to those. Oh wait, I forgot there are people who don't celebrate Halloween. I was like,
Happy
what?
All Saints Day to everyone else. Whatever,
or just
it's
happy
very small
Sunday
percentage.
if you just choose to not celebrate any of them.
I don't know. I actually don't know anyone who actively doesn't celebrate Halloween.
I know one person, and it's somebody my dad works with.
Does he listen?
No.
Well, tell
He
him to
would
listen
hate
because I
us.
just wished him a happy All Saints Day.
Dan, all we do is swear and complain. He would have no time.
I want your dad's friend's first introduction. To
He
me
is not
to
my
be
dad's
this.
friend. Let's
Your dad's
clarify.
coworker. Sorry.
Thank you.
So yeah, what are you doing for Halloween?
I don't know. Probably drunk, surrounded by dogs at the dog bar.
Nice.
I know that's not a costume, but that's
It's a
probably what I'm gonna
lifestyle.
be. So, how about you?
I don't know if I can reveal it on here,
Wait,
but I will.
is it what I saw on Instagram?
That was last time.
That
we
was
were for a
so
different
cute.
party.
That was
But
so
what
cute.
Anna's talking about is I was Dirty Dan SpongeBob, and Anna was Hibernation Sandy.
I
from
screamed.
SpongeBob.
I screamed. It was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. It lives rent free in my brain. You guys are so clever. I loved it.
So
10,000 praises.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say what we're gonna be, but I will post it on the Twitter account and Facebook and Instagram
I
for
literally
everyone
cannot
on
wait,
Sunday.
Dan. My breath is so bated. I can't even begin to express.
But since next month is November, that means only one thing. It's time to peep leaves, which means
Peep
fall.
those leaves. Why aren't we in Maine, Dan? We could be
Ah.
peeping leaves.
I wish. I'm so
Eating lobster.
disappointed. I'm so disappointed by California.
Oh, I'll send you a picture of the leaves by my office tomorrow because they're beautiful.
Please do. Send me a video of you stepping on a crunchy leaf.
Okay, I'll find a good one. I'll send it over.
Beautiful. We're going to be doing a trilogy of related films.
Woo! Classic us.
Yeah, we're going to be doing 3 Robin Williams
Wait,
movies.
Dan, I had a thought. Actually, two thoughts.
Ooh, dangerous.
I heard Matt Damon's really hot in Good Will Hunting. And B,
Correct.
isn't that movie about math?
It is not about math, but math is a part of it.
No. Okay. Carry on.
We're going to... So, that's one of them. We're going to be talking about, first, next week, we're going to be doing Dead Poet Society, followed by Good
The
Will
math
Hunting,
movie.
and then wrapping it up with a movie of slightly lesser quality, Patch Adams.
Wait, I have one more Good Will Hunting question. Is that
Okay.
the one that's like, do you like apples?
Yes.
How about these? Okay.
That's the one.
Sorry.
So, get ready for Anna to have a lot of thoughts about Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, I don't know if we're even. I don't know. I've never seen any of these, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, so
I've
next
seen
week,
the appropriate clips. That's it.
next
And
week,
I know Matt Damon is
Next
a
week.
janitor. Okay.
next week, Dead Poet Society.
Woo! Oh, Captain, my Captain. Right?
Yes, that's it.
Nailed it. Nailed it. It's like I got the whole movie on lock. I don't know why they say that. I think he's getting fired or something, right?
Yeah, all the kids stand up. I haven't really seen this. I haven't seen it in a while.
Wow,
Saw
I can't
clips
wait
of
till
it.
we make fun of ourselves for this stupid conversation this week.
If you like In Conclusion, you can support us on Instagram at In Conclusion Podcast, on Facebook and Twitter at And In Conclusion, on Patreon, patreon.com/In Conclusion. If you want to find me, I'm on Twitter at Dan O'Keefe86. I'm on TikTok at Not Dan O'Keefe. Anna, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at AutomusPrime818, or you can find me on Twitter at AutobotsRollout. Capital O for Auto, capital B for Bots, capital R for Roll, and the O in Roll and the O in Out are zeros. Thank you.
We will be back next week with Dead Poet Society.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. Nailed
In
it.
the meantime, everybody, stay safe, have fun, and get vaccinated. Bye-bye.
Woo!
Ghost sounds?
No, I'm screaming. Ah! Okay, bye. Yeah, I'm gonna curdy you. I'm gonna goldie you. I'm gonna give you a golden shower. I'm sorry.
A Creative Land podcast.